talk to me about these outfits and the inspiration behind them.
Ziggy Stardust. I mean, I don't...
Ziggy Stardust need any explanation.
You're ready to dance. I mean, that's what's happening.
Wonder Woman. I mean, you have to be Wonder Woman to pull off something like this, right?
Here's the thing, is normally this event is in Nashville, Tennessee. And this year, Nikki and I, we live here in Los Angeles. Our entire communities are here. We just looked at each other and we took a leap of faith. And we just said, what if we brought it home? And so being here in our community, I've got a bunch of mom friends here. I've got, just truly like people from our industry that I'm very close with. And it was a lot of work. And so when I was weighing what to be, I was like, honestly, it was kind of a superhero move that we pulled off. And so I went with, the one and only.
It's amazing. And I know you lost your father and your grandfather to Alzheimer's. You lost your mom. I lost my grandmother to the disease.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you. It is such a tough disease to watch.
Brutal.
Yeah, talk to me about how you got involved with the association and the work you're doing.
I find that whenever I face a hard thing, giving back is a way to heal. It is a way to, it's my way to move through something. I don't know any other way to be. And so from the moment my grandfather was diagnosed, I started to get involved with the Alzheimer's Association. And Ashley and I have been friends since our 20s. And I don't, I hate that this disease has connected us in this way, but boy, am I glad. Because when my dad got diagnosed, she was the only other person that I knew that had gone through this because her mother had passed before my dad passed. And so I just called Ashley and she held my hand through it. And so I think for both of us, we don't know any other way to be. You go through something hard and you show up, you give back, you be of service. And for us, we just want to make sure that nobody else gets this.
And the way that you guys are going about putting on this amazing dance party to, celebrate those two who have passed, It's a beautiful event.
What a great point. I love that you just articulated that because I have this thing where I'm like, in a couple of years, we're going to get together and we're going to be celebrating the end of Alzheimer's disease at this party. But also, how about the fact that your dad and my mom loved a party? Like, the essence of our parents is here. And getting to honor them in this way, there's just no better way to do it. So thank you. That's such a great point.
Of course. And you have a podcast too, Mind What Matters.
Yes.
Talking about being a caregiver to someone with Alzheimer's and dementia, what can listeners expect?
Thank you so much for asking about it because, I always say 1 out of 3 people will end up with this disease, which means 1 out of those 3 people will be a caregiver. Now, we are working towards raising money for research grants. The more we learn about how to prevent this disease. So we're hoping that number goes from 1 in 3 to 1 in 1,000, right? But right now our caregivers are suffering. She's been a caregiver, I've been a caregiver, and so the podcast is really about not just caregiving in the space of Alzheimer's and dementia, but all the ways we give care that we don't even think about. I recently read the statistic that moms are spending as much time with their children in 2024, working moms, as moms in 1950s who did not work. And so moms are caregiving for children. They're going to work, they're taking care of their people at work, they're coming home, they're taking care of their families. That's caregiving. So we are all caregivers in one way or another. So the podcast, we're talking to doctors and experts, Dr. Sharon Malone, her sister, Kimberly Williams-Paisley. I can't wait. After this is done, I can get Ashley to come. I was like, I can't ask her until the dance party is over.
I'm too busy.
Wonder Woman can only do so much.
Wonder Woman can only do so much.
Bring my lasso of truth and we'll get into it.
Dr. Elizabeth Coleman, who's a breast oncologist, leading breast oncologist in the country. So we were talking to all of these incredible people about the ways that they give care and the ways sometimes that we forget to give care to ourselves. And how do we learn to do that? Because I gotta tell you, I don't know. I need to learn, and these women and these men are teaching us how to do this. Yeah.
So true. Everyone needs care. Everyone's a caretaker in their own way. I never even thought about it that way. That's so true.
That's right.
And talk to me about Falling Together. The movie premiered on World Alzheimer's Day. I mean, what was it like to work on a project you're so passionate about, and what was the public's response?
Oh my gosh, it was an incredible response. I mean, we booked on a lot of Hallmark movies, but you know, it's really interesting. A lot of our audience is really dealing with this subject matter. So always wanted to tell a story that involved something that is so emotionally resonant for me. So, you know, I brought the idea to our executives, and they immediately, you know, we actually have a lot of executives in development whose families have been affected by Alzheimer's disease. So for them, it was a quick yes, and you know, getting to tell the story while also keeping it comedic and jovial and a celebration of fall. It was critical that we had Paul Campbell involved because that's his genius.
That's his lane.
That's his genius. So it was such a joy, and I got to produce it with my husband Neil Dodson, and it was everything I wanted it to be.
She also did a really incredible thing of including her friends like me and Andrew Walker. She honored our parents. There was a wall that had the pictures of loved ones in her life who we've lost to the disease, and so there's a picture of my dad. Andrew's mom was on the wall, and it was really so special.
That's so special.
Yeah, the parents were up on the wall together.
Really special. You guys have worked with so many amazing actors in the Hallmark community and outside. Who is someone you would love to work with, like a dream collaboration?
Ashley, I want to work with Ashley.
Can we get her in Curious Caterers? I just watched Forbidden Fruit. I'm like, yes.
Available for Curious Caterer.
I would love to work with Ashley, to be honest.
How has that not happened yet?
I don't know. I really don't know. But like, that would be
dreamy.
Yeah.
If you could do a crossover with another mystery series on Hallmark, who are we choosing? Detective Swamp.
Hannah would be fun. Hannah Swinton would be fun, but also I will say Paul's mystery.
Cases of Mystery Lane.
Yes.
So funny.
It's so funny and so good. I think it's really well done, right? Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And we live in the land of reboots. I have to ask, would we ever get an awkward reboot, reunion, special, anything?
Girl, I am trying. We need. We're trying. We still are trying. We're not giving up.
It's called Still Awkward.
Yeah, actually, that was what we pitched. Still awkward.
Just made that up. I
No,
swear to God, I just
because
made
you're
that up.
genius.
And you're at your telepathy. You guys are.
Yeah, that's what we pitched. It's like it's called Still Awkward. 10 years later.
Do you think everyone would still do it? The main cast?
Yes, I know they would. Yeah.
In honor of Halloween, what is the spookiest thing about you?
Oh, the spookiest? Oh my gosh. I don't know. Maybe that. I don't.
Oh, you're a bit of a witch.
Oh yeah, that's right. I am a witch.
Expand on that, please.
Okay, so since I was little, I saw the other side. And what that became later in life is that I see things, I hear things, this is going to be, sorry guys, yeah, this is going to be so weird. I'm going to be that person. I've actually, in prayer and meditation, traveled into rooms and saw things. So I always say to people, like, be careful what you think around me. I will hear your thoughts.
Okay, see, that was a good one, and you know what? You thought of it for you. Oh, we got cowboys walking behind us right now. And what about you? Spookiest thing about you?
I'm terrified of the dark. I'm really scared of the dark. That doesn't make me spooky though.
Well, that's a spooky thing, so you know what?
get scared sometimes.
I am constantly scared of my husband, who I live with and have for 20 years, and every time he walks into the room and goes, hey, I go, ah! Every time.
I'm scared.
Every single time. And then he goes, I live here. And I go, I'm so sorry.
Okay, and it's a dance party inside. Before I let you go, can you show me your best dance moves? I've seen you on Instagram. Bust it out.